So on this video, I'm going to tell you what programming is, just give you a bit of background to what programming is, what programming languages are, and why we chose to go for Python. Hi guys, welcome to this channel. My name is Promise AK, and on this channel we help professionals navigate their way through data sciences, artificial intelligence, or any other technological advancements that may come up in the future. If you're new here, you're welcome. Welcome to the family. Make yourself feel at home by going through the previous videos we have on this channel to come up with speed to where we are right now. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much. Like, I see your love. Thank you for supporting. I hope you've been able to learn one or two things from this channel. In my previous video, I walked you through on how to download and install all the necessary packages you need to start data sciences, machine learning. I hope you saw that video. If you've not, you need to go watch so that you understand what we're doing here. So on this video, I'm going to tell you what programming is, just give you a bit of background to what programming is, what programming languages are, and why we chose to go for Python, because we'll be doing Python here today. What is programming? I'm very sure you've heard of programming, coding. Programming and coding, they are the same thing. So programming, coding. So programming in layman term is a way to just give instructions to your computers. Just giving instructions to computers. Computers don't understand English language. They don't understand French, they don't understand Spanish, Yoruba, Igbo, or the rest of it. So they have their own language they work with, and that's zeros and ones. So the computers work in binary. Writing in binary can be very difficult, can be very complex. Imagine, like, from what you can see, letter A, capital letter A, you can see the long numbers you need to write and the difference between capital letter A and small letter a. You could see, just imagine getting to write in this complex from Python that is just 6 letters, see the long numbers you need to write. So writing in binaries can be very difficult. So humans came up with a language that is in between computer language and human languages, so that we're able to give informations to our computer, because you can't be writing complex, right? So these languages are called programming languages. There are different programming languages out there for different things, so there's no programming language that is better than another. So it just depends on what do you want to do. So, and they all have their advantages over the others, just depending on the specific kind of task you want to do, so you know the best language for what you want to do, right? So let's put it this way. So we have the spectrum of human language and computer language at the one end, and we have this whole spectrum between them. So there are some programming languages that are closer to the computer, and there are some programming languages that are very close to the human languages. So those closer to the computer languages are called low-level languages, and those closer to the human languages are called high-level languages. I hope you understand. So we have the high and low language, so depending on what part of the spectrum you are. Some examples of high-level language: we have our Python, we have C#, C++, we have Java, and some others. And the low-level languages, those ones closer to the computer language, are called, example is machine code and assembly language. I'm very sure you've not really heard of that, because before now I didn't even know about this language. I didn't know they existed. So these are languages that are closer to the computer language, writing in zeros and ones. So I think that's why they're not so common, because you don't have a lot of people using them, because they are very complex. Yeah, so those are the different, so you know, okay, high-level languages versus low-level languages. So we also have different types of language. Some of these programming languages are general purpose, and some are domain-specific languages. So for general purpose languages are languages that are broadly applicable to, you could use them for different things. It's more like broad, like you can use for different applications. General purpose languages is not specific to any particular domain. You could be used across different applications for solving multiple problems. An example of our general purpose language is C++, C#, we have Python, we have Java, PHP. Those are general purpose languages. You could use it for different things. And we have domain specific languages. These are languages that are not broadly applicable, so it's specific for domain things. So we have HTML, MATLAB, Fortran. So for example, we want to work on website and the rest of the thing, you should be working with HTML, things like that. So they are specific for specific problems. So I hope you get that. So we have general purpose language, we have domain specific language, we have high level languages, and we have low level languages. I hope you get that. So now somebody might ask me, so Promise, why are we taking Python since we have different languages? So why did you choose Python? First of all, Python is a general purpose language, so you can use it for, depending on whatever you want to do, you could use Python for that. Python is a high level language, so you understand what we talked about, high and low. So it's close to that to human language. Python is easy to learn and it's user friendly, it's beginners friendly. So even if it's something that is close to human language, you can write import this or this might. So it's something that you can really relate to and understand. So it's easy for you to learn. It's widely used. So you have over 60% of programmers using Python. So it's generally widely acceptable. It is very popular and has a very wide community support network. So if you have a problem in Python today, I'm very sure a lot of people have had similar problems in the past. So you have ready support to help you navigate. And it has large packages for different. So if you want to do data sciences, you want to do machine learning, artificial intelligence, Python has an extensive library for you to do any of these things. So I hope I'm able to convince you why we chose to use Python for this class and our lecture. So now the next thing we want to talk about is before starting learning a language, there are some key things you need to know about the language, be it Python, be it R, be it Java. First of all, are the terms, there are different like vocabulary, let's use the word for in each language. So you want to know what these vocabularies are. The next thing you want to know, what are the different types of data. So there are different types of data in different languages. So you want to know the different data types in the particular language you want to learn. So you also want to learn what are the actions, what are the key actions in the different languages. You could also call them functions. What are the main functions embedded in the programming language you want to learn? And you also want to learn the best practices. So there are good ways and bad ways of doing things. So writing a code, writing programming, writing in Python, there are good ways to write and there are very bad practices. So you want to learn these practices. So on my next video, I'm going to walk you through starting with these different terms. We're going to go on Jupyter Notebook. So we've already installed that package. So if you've not watched it, you need to go install all the libraries we work. So we're coding live. So we'll be writing our first code, our first programming, and I'll be giving you these different types of data, the different terms you need. I'm talking a bit of the actions, and later on as we go along the video, I'll also tell you the best practices for Python. I hope you've enjoyed this video so far. If you've not liked, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Share to your friends and to colleagues and your frenemies. Thank you so much that I come your way again. My name is Promise, your favorite tech YouTuber.